Elon Musk says. They hate you because you're chosen. My beloved child. Imagine hearing these words from someone who has spent a lifetime walking through doubt, criticism, and impossible expectations. Imagine a voice saying, "They don't always attack you because you're wrong. Sometimes they attack you because your future reminds them of everything they gave up." Let that thought settle before you move another second. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Most people believe success begins the day everyone finally supports you, but the truth often moves in the opposite direction. The closer you come to becoming someone extraordinary, the louder the noise around you becomes. Every strange look, every unexpected silence, every hidden smile carries a message you almost missed. They aren't watching because you failed. They're watching because they sense a version of you that hasn't fully arrived yet. The moment you realize this, every painful memory starts fitting together like pieces of a puzzle you never knew existed. Think about the moments when people suddenly changed toward you without explanation. Nothing about your heart changed, yet their behavior did. That is the part nobody prepares you for. Stay till the end. The biggest transformations rarely announce themselves with applause. They begin with confusion, distance, and resistance. The people who once laughed with you begin questioning every move you make. They notice your discipline before they notice your results. They feel your confidence before you even speak. They react to your direction long before your destination becomes visible. That is why ordinary eyes mistake your growth for arrogance, while extraordinary minds recognize it as preparation. Somewhere, without realizing it, you stopped asking for permission to become who you were meant to be. The moment that happened, everything around you quietly started changing. Now listen carefully because this is where almost everyone turns back. The greatest opportunities never arrive wearing comfortable clothes. They arrive disguised as rejection, delay, misunderstanding, and loneliness. Don't skip. Every setback you thought was closing your path may have been clearing it. Every person who underestimated you may have unknowingly pushed you toward the exact future they believed you could never reach. One day they will wonder when everything changed, but only you will know the answer. It changed the moment you refused to let someone else's opinion become your identity. And what comes next is something very few people are emotionally prepared to hear, because the reason they react so strongly to your presence has nothing to do with what you've already achieved. It has everything to do with what you're about to become. There is another layer that almost nobody notices until it is too late. People rarely fear what you have today. They fear what they imagine you could become tomorrow. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The moment your vision grows beyond ordinary limits, your presence begins to make comfortable people uncomfortable. They cannot explain why your silence feels louder than their words or why your patience seems stronger than their confidence. They start searching for flaws because accepting your potential would force them to question the limits they placed on themselves. That is why resistance often appears before recognition. It is not proof that you are losing. It is evidence that your direction has begun to change the atmosphere around you. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a breakthrough that nobody else can see yet. Every difficult season has been building something invisible inside you. Every disappointment sharpened your focus instead of destroying it. Don't skip. The strongest people are not created when everything goes according to plan. They are created when every reason to quit appears, yet they quietly keep moving. One day the same people who ignored your effort will notice the results, but they will never understand the thousands of invisible decisions that brought you there. They will call it luck because they never witnessed the discipline. They will call it timing because they never saw the preparation. They will call it destiny because they never understood the price you quietly paid while nobody was watching. Now the message becomes even deeper. Imagine discovering that the greatest obstacle in your life was never the opinions around you, but the small voice that occasionally asked whether you were truly capable of becoming more. That voice grows weaker every time you choose action over doubt. Stay till the end. The next chapter does not belong to the loudest person. It belongs to the one who keeps walking when the road becomes silent. And there is one final truth that changes everything. The moment you stop trying to convince people to believe in you, your energy becomes completely focused on building the future they never imagined possible. What happens after that is the part almost nobody sees coming, and it changes the entire story forever. The next truth is the one very few people ever understand. Your greatest advantage was never intelligence alone, talent alone, or even hard work alone. It was the ability to keep moving while everyone else was waiting for perfect conditions. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Every day you continued despite uncertainty, you quietly separated yourself from the crowd. While others were searching for comfort, you were building endurance. While they were hoping for an opportunity, you were becoming the kind of person who could recognize one the moment it appeared. That difference is invisible at first, but one day it becomes impossible to ignore. Suddenly people begin asking how everything changed so quickly, even though the change had been happening for a very long time behind the scenes. There comes a moment when every chosen path demands a decision. You can either spend your energy proving people wrong, or you can spend it proving yourself right. Stay till the end. The second choice always creates a stronger future. Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that the opinions which once controlled your emotions no longer have any power over your direction. That is real freedom. The noise becomes quieter. The distractions lose their grip. Every setback transforms into another lesson instead of another reason to stop. The people who once expected you to give up slowly realize they underestimated your determination. They thought your confidence depended on applause, but they never understood that your strength was growing in silence all along. Now listen carefully because this is where everything connects. The reason some people cannot understand your journey is because they are only watching the visible chapters, while your greatest transformation has always been happening where nobody could see it. Don't skip. Every challenge has been preparing you for a moment that has not arrived yet. Every delay has been strengthening your patience. Every obstacle has been sharpening your vision. One day the doors that stayed closed for everyone else will begin opening in ways that seem impossible to explain. When that day comes, people will focus on your success, but only you will remember the nights of uncertainty, the quiet sacrifices, and the decisions that nobody applauded. And the most surprising revelation is still ahead, because the next chapter uncovers why everything that looked like a setback was actually positioning you for the opportunity that changes everything. There is one final piece that completes the picture. The people who doubted you believed they were watching your limits, but they were only watching your beginning. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Every difficult chapter has quietly been shaping the version of you that could never have existed without the struggle. The pressure was never sent to stop you. It was preparing you to carry responsibilities that once seemed impossible. One day you will look back and realize that every delay protected your timing, every closed door redirected your path, and every unexpected obstacle strengthened your vision. The story was never about proving your worth to others. It was always about discovering it for yourself. Imagine the moment when everything finally connects. The effort nobody noticed begins producing results nobody expected. The confidence you built in silence becomes impossible to ignore. Stay till the end. Those who underestimated your journey suddenly realized they were measuring you with yesterday's standards while you were already building tomorrow's reality. The future does not reward the loudest voice. It rewards the person who continues moving when nobody is watching. Every small decision, every disciplined habit, and every refusal to quit has been creating momentum that cannot be seen until it becomes unstoppable. That is why the biggest breakthroughs often appear to happen overnight, even though they were being built for much longer than anyone imagined. Now the message reaches its conclusion. If these words found you today, remember this. Your direction matters more than temporary opinions, your consistency matters more than short-term recognition, and your purpose is always greater than the doubt surrounding you. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Keep your focus on what you are building instead of who is watching. Keep moving with quiet confidence instead of seeking constant approval. The strongest people are remembered not because they never faced resistance, but because they never allowed resistance to define them. One day the same journey that others misunderstood will become the reason they respect you. And when that moment arrives, you will finally understand why the title was true all along. They hated your potential long before the world discovered your greatness. The story does not end when people finally notice you. That is where the real test begins. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Recognition can become a distraction if you forget the purpose that started your journey. The same world that once ignored your effort may suddenly pay attention to every step you take. Some will celebrate you. Others will search for reasons to question your success. Neither reaction should control your direction. The strongest minds never allow applause to become their destination. They keep building because they understand that every achievement is only another starting line. Look closely at the pattern that has followed your life. Every challenge arrived just before a new opportunity. Every difficult season forced you to grow into someone capable of handling more than you imagined. Stay till the end. What once felt like a burden has quietly become your greatest advantage. You now notice things that others overlook. You remain calm while others panic. You continue forward while others hesitate. That quiet confidence is not an accident. It was created through countless moments when giving up seemed easier than taking another step. Those invisible victories are now becoming the foundation of everything waiting ahead. Now the final truth of this chapter is revealed. The people who tried to define your future were only looking at your present. They never saw the determination hidden behind your silence or the vision growing inside your mind. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. One day your journey will inspire people who are facing the same doubts you once carried. They will believe success appeared overnight, but you will remember every unseen sacrifice that made it possible. Keep your eyes fixed on the road ahead, because the next chapter uncovers the moment when everything you have been preparing for begins to unfold in ways that even your strongest imagination could not predict. There is a reason your path has never looked ordinary. Every delay, every unexpected turn, and every moment of uncertainty has been preparing you for something that cannot be built overnight. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Most people only recognize success after it becomes visible, but they never witness the quiet seasons where character is formed. Those hidden seasons are where real strength is created. While others searched for shortcuts, you were learning lessons that would eventually separate you from the crowd. That difference may have seemed invisible at first, but it has been growing with every step you refuse to abandon. Think about the moments when you almost believed the journey was taking too long. Those were the very moments that shaped your future the most. Stay till the end. Every obstacle demanded a stronger version of you, and every challenge quietly expanded your perspective. The people around you may have mistaken your patience for weakness, yet patience became the force that kept you moving while others stopped. They measured progress by immediate results, but you discovered that lasting success is built one disciplined decision at a time. That is why your story has never followed an ordinary timeline. It has been unfolding with a purpose that only becomes clear when you look back. Now the next revelation comes into focus. The greatest victory is not proving doubters wrong. It is reaching a point where their opinions no longer influence your direction. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The future belongs to those who remain steady when circumstances change and focused when distractions appear. Every experience you have carried until now has been preparing you for a chapter unlike anything before it. And when that chapter finally begins, people will wonder how everything changed so quickly. Only you will know the truth, that every quiet sacrifice, every difficult choice, and every step taken in faith was building the moment they never expected to witness. The closer you move toward your purpose, the more carefully you must guard your focus. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Not every distraction arrives looking like a problem. Some appear as comfort, easy approval, or opportunities that pull you away from what truly matters. The people who achieve extraordinary things are rarely the ones with the fewest obstacles. They are the ones who refuse to let temporary distractions replace their long-term vision. Every time you choose your purpose over comfort, you strengthen a future that most people cannot even imagine. That quiet decision is creating momentum that no one else can see yet. There will come a moment when everything you've been building begins to reveal itself. Stay till the end. The small victories you almost overlooked will suddenly connect into one powerful story. The discipline you practiced when nobody was watching will become the reason you remain steady while others lose direction. Those who once believed your dreams were unrealistic will struggle to understand how your confidence became reality. They will search for a single turning point, never realizing that your transformation happened through hundreds of unseen choices. Greatness is never created by one dramatic moment alone. It is created by consistency that refuses to disappear. Now one final thought remains before the next chapter unfolds. Every challenge you survived has given you something far more valuable than recognition. It has given you clarity. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. You now understand that your future is shaped more by your daily decisions than by anyone else's opinions. Keep your attention on what lies ahead instead of what lies behind. The road in front of you is opening in ways that are still invisible, and the next chapter reveals why the greatest opportunity of your journey has been quietly moving toward you this entire time, even while you believe nothing was changing. You have reached the point where most people quietly give up without even realizing it. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. The waiting feels longer, the progress seems slower, and the silence becomes louder than ever before. Yet this is exactly where extraordinary stories separate themselves from ordinary ones. The strongest breakthroughs are often hidden behind the longest seasons of patience. While others mistake the silence for the end, it is actually the final stage of preparation. Every lesson you have carried, every habit you have built, and every obstacle you have overcome is coming together with a purpose that has been impossible to see until now. Imagine looking back one day and realizing that every difficult chapter was quietly leading you to a single defining moment. Stay till the end. The people who doubted your direction will only notice the destination, never the road that brought you there. They will never fully understand the discipline that kept you moving when there was no applause, no recognition, and no guarantee of success. That invisible determination has become your greatest strength. It has shaped your character, sharpened your judgment, and prepared you for opportunities that only appear to those who refuse to stop. Your greatest advantage has never been speed. It has always been your willingness to keep moving while others stood still. Now the next chapter is closer than ever. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Everything you have experienced until this point has been building toward a future that is larger than today's circumstances. The doubts that once followed you are losing their power because your vision has become stronger than your fear. Keep your eyes fixed on what you are creating instead of what others expect from you. The story is no longer about convincing anyone that you are capable. It is about stepping into the future you have been preparing for all along. And what is about to unfold next will reveal why every delay, every challenge, and every unexpected turn was positioning you for the biggest opportunity of your entire journey. There is one truth that changes everything once you finally understand it. The greatest opportunities rarely announce themselves with noise. They arrive quietly, disguised as ordinary moments that most people ignore. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. While everyone else is searching for dramatic signs, you are being prepared to recognize the small decisions that lead to extraordinary outcomes. Every conversation, every lesson, and every unexpected delay has been adding another piece to a picture that is only now becoming clear. The future does not suddenly appear one morning. It is built by the choices you make when nobody is watching, when no one is applauding, and when giving up would seem easier than continuing. Now imagine standing at the edge of a chapter that completely reshapes your life. Stay till the end. The version of you that once questioned every step is disappearing, replaced by someone who understands the value of persistence. The people who underestimated your determination were only looking at temporary circumstances, while your real transformation was taking place far beneath the surface. Every difficult season strengthened your mindset. Every obstacle sharpened your judgment. Every setback quietly redirected you toward something greater than what you originally expected. Nothing was wasted. Even the moments that felt meaningless became part of the foundation beneath your future. The final message of this chapter is simple but powerful. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Stop measuring your journey by today's results and start measuring it by the person you are becoming. Real success begins long before anyone else notices it. One day people will speak about your achievements, but they will never fully understand the quiet discipline, the unseen sacrifices, and the unwavering focus that made those achievements possible. Keep moving with confidence, because the next chapter uncovers the final revelation, the moment when everything you have been building finally reveals its true purpose, proving that every challenge was preparing you for a future beyond anything you once believed possible. This is where the entire journey comes together. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Every challenge that once felt unfair, every delay that tested your patience, and every moment when you wondered if anyone believed in you has been shaping a future that could not have existed any other way. The strongest people are not remembered because life was easy for them. They are remembered because they refused to surrender when nothing around them suggested that success was close. The distance between where you started and who you have become is far greater than you realize. What once felt impossible now feels like preparation, and what once looked like failure now reveals itself as one more step toward something remarkable. Take a moment to see your story differently. Stay till the end. The criticism that once distracted you no longer defines you. The doubts that once slowed you down no longer control your direction. You have learned that real confidence is built through action, not approval. While others spent their energy trying to predict your limits, you quietly expanded them. While they focused on temporary obstacles, you continued building a future that required patience, discipline, and resilience. That is why your path has never looked ordinary. It was never meant to follow the expectations of the crowd. It was meant to reveal what becomes possible when someone chooses consistency over comfort and purpose over popularity. Now the final revelation arrives. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. If Elon Musk's message carries one lasting idea, it is this: people often resist what they cannot yet understand. They judge the beginning because they cannot see the destination. Never allow someone else's limited vision to become the boundary for your own future. Keep building, keep learning, and keep moving with quiet determination. One day the same qualities that others misunderstood will become the reasons they admire your journey. And when that moment comes, you will not remember the criticism as the thing that stopped you. You will remember it as the force that challenged you to become stronger, wiser, and more focused than you had ever imagined possible. The story was never about the people who doubted you. It was always about the person you were becoming.